What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's reaction video is 9 minutes of Karen's going to prison. So we've obviously done some worthy of being a very bad Karen. So we're going to prison. It's going to be interesting to see. Smash that like button if you enjoy this kind of content. Smash that subscribe button as well. We've done quite a lot of Karen videos, haven't we? And we always say, if you're out there and you're a cold Karen, I hope you're a good Karen. And I'm so sorry that this word Karen's has been put on your name because you'll never hear the end of it. But I hope you're a good Karen and you're not like the Karens we're about to see. Fingers crossed. Let's get into it. 9 minutes of Karen's going to prison. What we got?
Today, we live in a time that offers quite the array of Karens. We have entitled Karens, psycho Karens, speak to the manager Karens, get arrested Karens, and the list just goes on. Now, everyone loves justice, so in this video, we have quite the assortment of Karens who got arrested and charged for their wrongdoing. From bad to even worse, get ready for Karens before and after the fame. Carrie L, a Texas school board candidate, was kicked out of a store for not wearing a mask on April 7th, 2021. Everything went as expected for someone not wearing a mask until police showed up and her stupidity grew even further.
You did say I had to have an ID to be here.
No, we need that. You need to give
Didn't
us
you say?
identification.
Okay.
Is the call taker able to get a last name? She's refusing to identify herself.
It's my God-given right to be here on this planet, and you cannot tell me otherwise. Correct? You just lied to me.
I lied to you about what?
You said I had to have an ID to be here.
No, you
That's
got to
not what I
identify
said.
yourself.
When you're legally detained, you can play back on your video. When you're legally detained, you have a duty to identify yourself to a police officer.
Okay, so they're saying when I'm legally detained, which I was not. That how am I legally detained? Can you?
We were called here to investigate after because
I just want to say, can the phone not hear the officers? Because she's just repeating what they're saying into the phone.
Yeah, and also, why is she holding it like that? It still picks up if you just hold it like a normal person.
That's right. She just repeats it.
Okay, so they're
And
saying
I called
that.
you too.
Okay, so let
I
me.
called the police too.
Are
but
you
they're
going to
only
let me talk, or are you going to be the only one talking?
Right.
Because right now, as a call taker, I know you want to have them on there for your safety purposes.
Yes.
But right now, you and I need to be talking, not them.
Says who?
You need to continue having a conversation with me. So, you said that she shoved you.
She
you want to
did.
file assault charges. She's saying you shoved her and she has witnesses. You have witnesses to say that she shoved you.
She has the manager?
No.
No. Okay.
There are other employees that were in the fitting room.
I would hope. Okay, other employees. Well, there's also another woman without a mask. Isn't that interesting? How she only picked me?
Well, I have nothing to
She
do
only
with that at
picked
all.
me, the white person, not the black person wearing a mask. Do you think it's a racist thing? I don't know.
We're not
Why
here to
make it
talk
about race?
Well, you know what?
At
It
all.
kind of seems like it's a racist thing when the black woman doesn't have a mask on, but she comes after the white one. That's the only
Okay, so
difference. We're
that's
both
something where you would
women.
file a complaint with Nordstrom Rack.
Okay, but I also want to file a complaint with you for her assaulting me.
Okay,
by
and she
shoving
also
me.
wants to file assault charges against you.
Okay. This happened at Nordstrom Rack.
Ma'am, you need to stand over
Ma'am, you
here.
can't leave because right now you're still detained.
No, you can't. You are being detained.
Why am I being detained?
Because
Please.
we don't know who you are.
Okay, I'm being detained because they don't know who I am.
Okay?
Which
We were called
apparently
here.
is illegal.
We were called here for a situation, okay?
A situation where I was.
Which we're investigating.
We don't
So if
know.
you are
We're
a
investigating
victim,
it.
Okay, where's the investigator?
If you
are you
are-
an investigator?
ma'am,
We are officers.
Oh,
of
she's
victim.
doing my head in.
if you're a victim
She's
of
a swell.
assault, we need to know who you are.
Carabelle. How did you know my name was Carabelle?
Because I heard you say it. You said it on the phone and you called my name. That's it.
Yeah,
Stupid.
She's realised she's messed up.
Is this 9 minutes of this just one Karen?
I don't think it is. I think it's other ones as well. Yeah, it is other ones, but it's a long one, this.
Okay.
And these videos wind me up. They're great on me. But this is a good one because you can tell she's messed up. She's in the wrong and she's just trying to cling on to anything. Literally anything. Even like with a name. How do you know my name? What, like trying to... Oh, God. And with the woman person, why make it about race? She don't know if she's had a medical thing. There may be a reason. We don't know the whole story, but... Oh, I hate Karens. Why do we watch these videos? Why?
You just called and got it. Don't lie.
No.
You are lying to me. I just heard you call the police officer that I talked to and get my name. Now you're
It's not a
lying.
police officer on the phone.
Now
And
you're
you
lying.
were in the fitting room.
You
I
are
heard.
lying. Stop. This
Okay.
is the second time I caught you in a lie.
Okay. Replay your video. I'm not lying.
Okay. Okay. First of all, I don't have to identify myself.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I don't. It's called common law. You should read up on it. I do not. Okay? So we both know that I don't. I am a woman of
He's
God.
fed up. The guy on the right.
This is my right as much as it is yours. This is my land as much as it is yours. I did not sign up for this. I am a Christian woman
Get
of God.
lost.
And you are not going to put your disgusting
He's
rules
so fed
on
up.
me that are false and not true. I will not have it.
She
You
thinks she's winning,
understand
but
that?
she's not.
I will not have it. I'm sick of
So
being
rude.
bullied. I'm sick of being lied to.
No one's
and
talking
it's
to
not
her.
gonna happen anymore. Do you understand? The CDC.
She's just talking.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
After this clip went viral, Cara was then charged with a Class C misdemeanor, which is punishable of a fine up to $500.
Yeah, go for it.
On top of this, she would then have racked up an additional $500 to $1,000 in fines for not wearing a mask. Now, after the usual detective work we do here, I uncovered this clip of the same Karen embarrassing herself yet again in front of the crowd at a school board meeting. I don't really know how to explain this one any further. All I can say is that it involves butt stuff. So here you go.
Education and not public health.
Stone, you're on.
Speaking of butt stuff, the next Karens are personal.
We don't know why it was in there, but she did not let him speak one bit, and she didn't. She weren't afraid to say any of that.
Injury lawyers. Yeah, weird link, I know. Anyways, here we have Karen and Ken, also known as Mark and Patricia McCloskey, or Thumbnail Karen. This Caucasian couple live in a nice big old house in St. Louis. The area they live in also happens to be one of the hotspots for BLM protests. On June 28th, 2020, George Floyd protests were happening and demonstrators were making their way to the mayor's house to demand her resignation after she gave out names and addresses of demonstrators demanding police reform Friday. On their way to the mayor's house was the McCloskeys' house. As protesters made their way into the private neighborhood and passed through the McCloskeys' residence, this is what they saw.
Holding a high-powered rifle and wielding a pistol, in these now viral images, Mark and Patricia McCloskey looked ready for a gunfight as a protest moved through their mansion-lined St. Louis neighborhood.
Get the hell out of my neighborhood!
The incident gained national news coverage and sparked controversy. Mark McCloskey came forward and had this to say about the situation.
Because you will tell your own story rather than having it told for you by ideologues. Describe for us, if you would, why you believed you and your wife were threatened by these 300 people in your yard.
Well, Tucker, you got to understand, my house sits right on the edge of a road called Kings Highway, and our private place is Portland Place, where my wife and I were preparing to have dinner, maybe 70 feet from the gate. By the time we looked up and we saw the marchers coming down Kings Highway and getting loud, we looked over at the gate, and there's no police there. Our private security wasn't there. Nobody's there, and I look over at my wife, and I see all these people outside the gate, and then the gate bursts open. People start coming in, and then a flood of people start coming in. They're angry, they're screaming, they've got spittle coming out of their mouth. They're coming towards the house.
This entire situation is a perfect example of how the media will twist just about any story and create their own narrative that will bring in the most views. At first glance, they look like absolute Karens, but after analysing the facts and hearing the story from both sides, it makes you wonder, who's really in the wrong here? Let us know in the comments down below what you think. Now,
I mean,
both Mark
I
and
was thinking that.
I don't know. We don't know the full story. So if you know more than us, let us know. But at the end of the day, as long as they're not against what was going on and they're not racist, they're scared. Potentially, if they don't know what's going on, they're scared of this 300 people breaking into their home.
Trespassing because they're on their land.
Yeah.
But then you call the police.
You call the police and don't point guns at people.
Because then you're obviously going to get in trouble, aren't you? Because you're just... You're
pointing...
threatening to kill people, aren't you? So
Definitely. Again, it's different. I know it's different in the US because we don't have weapons, do we? So it's weird seeing people with guns and stuff like that. But I can kind of see the whole don't come near us. We've got these weapons. Don't break into our house.
People say a lot of people in America have the guns for their personal protection.
Protection, yeah. Which that does make sense. So if
someone's breaking into your land and you're kind of you want to defend yourself because you don't know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, I kind of get it as a deterrent.
Kind of get it, but also like...
But as long as you're not against that and you're just going out because you're against it or something like that, then that's completely wrong. But I think just please don't come near us, leave us alone. But they were a bit verbal, weren't they? So, I don't know.
Call the police.
Let us know in the comments, but no arguing. No arguing.
Patricia McCloskey were charged with unlawful use of a weapon which can carry a sentence of up to 4 years in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. However, Patricia was handed a fine of $750 while Mark received a fine of $2,000. The two had a great attorney to help them when they came close to being convicted, but were let off with a fine. Then better news came for the McCloskeys in July of 2021 when the couple was pardoned by Governor Mike Parson. Mr. Parson's decision, announced in a news release late July, came more than a month after the couple, Patricia and Mark McCloskey, pleaded guilty to their misdemeanor charges over the confrontation. Next up, we have a crazy confrontation between a Karen and the most respected person in a courtroom. Melissa Hartwick was sentenced to a court hearing after her husband filed a domestic violence order against her back in 2011. This incident started when the judge asked Hartwick's husband to explain the situation. Melissa then interrupted, and when the judge told her to stop talking, she continued to talk and was held in contempt of court and sentenced her to 10 days in jail. That's when this happened.
Any difference? You will serve 10 days for contempt of court. You go now.
Wayne County Court security officer
Probably
Adam
having a few more
Dodson
days.
had only witnessed in training videos.
I've worked there for 3.5 years, and this is the first time anything that serious has happened.
Court security officer Adam Dodson got in between Hartwick and the judge and tackled Hartwick to the ground. Hartwick was then given 120 days in jail for contempt of court after the incident. She'll also now have to go before a judge facing charges of third-degree threatening, intimidating a participant in the legal process, and resisting arrest. Over 10 years later now, let's hope Melissa Hartwick's jail time made her realize that the 7-letter name is better than the one with 5.
Oh, I enjoyed that. That was good.
Yeah.
But I think when we do these sometimes there's just some rubbish clips and there's not much in it. But I think today's there's some quite good clips in there, some good stories in there as well. But Karen's do just great at times.
Although they didn't all go to prison.
No.
Maybe that last one did.
That last one did. It got arrested, I guess, the first one, and then the other ones almost went to prison.
A bit of a baiting.
So I guess it's kind of like the police getting involved a little bit, but it's closer than sometimes we get. Sometimes it's just like animals saving the day or something, and then there's no animals in the video. Yeah. Smash that like button, guys. Smash that subscribe button. Let us know if you enjoyed it and any other videos you want us to check out in the comments below. And what should we do?
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you legends in the next one. Peace.